Quizard Show. In fact, you are not late at all because you are about to learn and learn big. And I told you earlier when I started the belt, I said something is going to happen today on the show and you should be part of it. My name is Dell. I am Queen of the Mic. And today on the program, I have two amazing personalities that will be joining me on the program. Now, after my conversation with them, somebody gets to win a prize, okay? And today, in line with what we will be discussing with these two amazing personalities, yes, today is our English Saturday. And what happened? SSS classes last week, what happened? So somebody won your cash prize. So let me see who is going to win the prize today. So today is Spelling Bee, and we're going to have an amazing time together. But before we get into that, did you know that you can actually win big in spelling bee competitions? Yes, and I'm going to tell you why I said that. And I have two amazing personalities that will be joining us. And before I let them join us, parents that are listening to me right now, please don't change the dial because you will be getting an information that your child needs. Okay, so leave the dial right there. And I tell you, you will be glad. You say, okay, thank God I listened to Dell this morning. Now, before we get to hear their voices, let me just quickly do a little of how much and so much these two personalities have done for the Nigerian child, for the African child. Now, Chloe has championed the representation of African children in educational initiatives, and she ran the world-famous Scripps National Spelling Bee, USME today. And we also have this personality who for over 18 years, with over 18 years of experience across different sectors, he has successfully trained young learners the art of music and culture, currently dedicated to driving sustainable literacy initiatives that transform communities, especially within Africa. And also he oversees strategic planning, program implementation, and stakeholder engagement to ensure impactful outcomes. Now, these two personalities are already here. And kids, you know how we do it. So let us welcome the country director of Young Educators Foundation. Let's start with you, ma'am. And let's look at in general, how has it been for you? Before we get into the Spelling Bee project and all, tell us why did you choose this space in the first place?
Well, when I was growing up, and that was many, many years ago, I was an only girl and a middle child between two boys. And you know what they say about middle children? We are restless. We're the ones who get the least attention. And so I would gather the neighborhood children, whom obviously I was older than, and babysit them and read books with them and cook with them and whatever, So with that, I nurtured my love for reading and my love for hanging out with children. So these two loves would lead me, without my knowing, into the subjects that I majored in secondary school and tertiary at the tertiary level. Mm-hmm. I will go ahead and work and would stumble upon the, some 22 years ago, the world famous Scripps National Spelling Bee. So in a nutshell, that's how I kind of stumbled into it.
Oh, wow. Now, let's look at the success story in Ghana before we even look at Nigeria. How has been the success story in Ghana? What was the journey like for you in Ghana and the Scripps Spelling Bee?
Well, the journey in Ghana has been great. Matter of fact, when Scripps Spelling Bee came out, it was the same year it was 2 years prior to Scripps Spelling Bee coming to Ghana. Akila and the Bee had just been produced and launched in Hollywood, and it was a hit. Yeah. A movie about a black girl who would go on to this iconic spelling program and win. First of all, at the time, the Spelling Bee, Scripps Spelling Bee is 100 years old next year. So in perspective, 22 years ago, it was 78. My math is not too strong, but maybe I'm right, 78. And in its 78-year history, no black or African American had ever won the competition. So obviously the movie Akila and the Bee was aspirational. And then then, so 2 years after that was released, Scripps, I got the franchise to run Scripps Spelling Bee in Ghana. And so, the children of Ghana could not believe that the program, as it were, they were seeing year-on-year success where Ghanaian children are being noticed as some of the most literate in the world, because this program is not just about spelling. It takes children through the rudiments of spelling, and there are rudiments of spelling that are normally taught in a more of a co-curricular way than you would find in an academic way, and it speaks a lot to why our literacy levels, globally literacy levels are falling. There's that. But especially on the African continent, the way we approach the teaching and the learning of the language has a lot to do with how we introduce children to spelling and the language.
That's right.
So it has been it's been a national success in Ghana, where just in 2024 or this year, in May of this year, when our Ghanaian students went to the US, we were able to make it to semifinals. And again, the goal is obviously to win the ultimate, and African should win.
Wow, awesome. Now let's ask Mr. Afolajume. Now let's look at the issue of you have trained young people in art, music, and culture. Now, sometimes you find out that when it comes to spelling bees, are we losing our culture in the process, or we are actually retaining it? And how for the Nigerian child?
Thank you very much for that question. Beautiful question, I will say.
Thank you.
Indeed, for us, it's about beyond spelling. This program is iconic. The national child is seen as begging, thrived, and all of that. We need to use this is a platform where we have that opportunity to change all of that narrative, where the African child can own its own among every other child in the world.
That's right.
So for us, culture is key, because yes, we've had that whole idea of the English language trying to perhaps erode our particular literacy program is structured. You will be introduced to origin of words. You will be, the young learners, the students would be introduced to how the etymology of how words came about.
So Delma, I will be honest with you. I've been, and I think that I do have Nigerian blood in me. I'm just trying to find out which parts of my blood is very Nigerian. I am so confident. I'm so confident that the Nigerian child is already equipped. Okay, is already equipped for a program like this. Why am I so convinced? I've been in this international program for close to 2 decades. Yeah. I know how it works. I have also had dalliances in the Nigerian educational space for about 5 to 6 years. The Nigerian child is ready. The Nigerian child needs to be exposed to these concepts to bring out. We know that anything that a Nigerian touches, be it a child or an adult, Afolajume was trying to mention that you've seen spelling competitions. I know we all have seen spelling competitions, and spelling competitions exist in the world as well as they exist here in Nigeria, they exist in Ghana, but this particular one goes beyond just spelling. It's not really just about spelling. It immediately, like Afolajume was saying, there are even words, the languages, English languages.
Looking at the origin and all, how do you plan to have the students know all of this? Is there a partnership or with the teachers? Are the teachers going through some kind of training as well?
Okay, so I'm sure Eugenia will be able to speak broadly to this, but let me just break it down. So this program essentially is structured in a way that it's in 4 phases. Predominantly, we would be exploring the virtual means, such that once children register, they would have login links where they can then be exposed to trainings and Good. So this program, like we keep saying, it's much more than spelling. This literacy program gives the Nigerian child an opportunity to broaden every area of their life. Etiquette would be taught through this program.
Awesome.
Life skills, public speaking skills, how to face a crowd, how to own up, how to create a conversation.
Beautiful.
I mean, because they're going to be exposed to vocabularies that they have never imagined. I mean, new words that will naturally give them that confidence when they are having conversation, even amongst their peers. So, yeah.
All right. So let's go back to you, Eugenia. Like, I know a whole lot of parents right now want to know, how can we come into this? What do we need to do to be able to be part of the spelling bee? What's the process for us to join?
Yes. Thank you so much again, Delma. So I just wanted to add to what Jimmy said as regards to your question as to whether if a child said, I can't spell.
Yes.
Or I'm too scared to be on stage. Yeah. So typically, it is us adults who put that fear in the children.
Oh.
It's not the children.
Okay.
We're the ones, because we kind of say, when you go, don't go and embarrass me. When you go and spell, make sure you get this single word, you could not spell it. Oh. Yeah. So when